All right, so welcome to the course, guys. Firstly, we're going to be learning how to download Unreal Engine 5 because obviously we're going to need it to proceed. So firstly, you're going to need the Epic Games Launcher. Now you just have to go to the internet, just go to Google Chrome or whatever browser you use and just search on the internet, just search for Epic Games Launcher. Once you do that, you can just click on the first link. It just says store.epicgames.com and then you can just download Epic Games Launcher right here. Okay, so you're just going to click that link and it's going to download. I'm not going to do that because I already do have it downloaded. However, you can just create your Epic account as well. You can just sign in using this button right here. And then once you're inside the Epic Games Launcher, I'm just going to close this out. So what you have to do is you simply have to go to Unreal Engine 5. Just go down to Unreal Engine 5. Then you're going to go to Library. And then it's just gonna say whichever version you want to install. Obviously, it's not going to be installed in your computer, but you just have to go and click this button right here. For me, it says launch, but for you, it's going to say download, right? So once you do that, then it's going to say launch, and we can just go ahead and open Unreal Engine 5, right? Now, it is asking me to update, but I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, let's just go ahead and launch this. And yeah, so basically this Epic Games Launcher is pretty helpful. It's a pretty useful thing. We're going to come back to this when we download assets, because we're going to go to the marketplace and we can download materials from there and all kinds of stuff from there. So yeah, this is a very helpful tool and you're going to want to have to keep it. Right. So the size of Unreal Engine, by the way, is around 57 gigabytes. For me, at least, in this version. Obviously, it is going to change in the future. So just, keep that in mind. You do have to give it some time to download. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait for it to open and I'll see you when it's done. Right, so once you're in the Unreal Project browser, you're going to see all your projects which you have created. But obviously, I'm assuming that you don't have any projects because you just downloaded Unreal Engine 5 now. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Games and we're going to be creating a blank project. Now, you do have some presets. For example, if you're in the car industry and you want to render out some cars, then you can just go to the photo studio and you can use this. However, I would obviously recommend you to just use a blank project and just create everything from scratch, because that just gives you the most flexibility, right? You have the most flexibility and the most options when you are working with a clean slate, right? So I'm just going to do that. And if you have an RTX graphic card, by the way, if you have an NVIDIA RTX series graphic card, then I would want you to turn on ray tracing, because that's going to make your projects look a little more realistic. It is going to make some difference. However, obviously it's not going to make that big of a difference. So even if you don't have an RTX graphic card, just leave it off. It doesn't really matter that much. Anyway, so this is your project location and this is your project name. You can just set the project location to wherever you want. I'm just going to leave it at default, and the project, name, I'm just going to call this Unreal Engine 5 Basics course. Actually, it's too long. I'm just going to call it Unreal Engine 5 Basics, and I'm just going to leave it at blueprint. And the quality, I'm going to set it to maximum, because obviously we're not going to be going over the game development part of Unreal Engine 5. We're just going to be creating animations and stuff like that, right? So we're just going to use the maximum quality preset, right? Make sure all the settings are the same as mine, and then just go ahead and create the project. Now, this might take some time. I think this is going to take a few minutes depending on how strong your computer is, because it has to compile all the textures and stuff like that. But yeah, I will see you when it's done.